Oh, yes. Yes, yeah, good stuff.
Hello, my name is Bruce Hurst. The purpose of this video is to introduce you to the new resource kit supporting children's play, leisure and learning in school aged care. This resource kit was developed by the Community Childcare Association Victoria and funded by Gowrie Victoria as the Professional Support Coordinator for Victoria. The Professional Support Coordinator is an initiative funded under the Inclusion and Professional Support Program by the Australian Government Department of Social Services. High quality school aged care is important in providing good outcomes and supporting good outcomes for children. This resource provides a collection of materials that supports educators to engage with the Framework for School Aged Care and also the Educator's Guide to the Framework for School Aged Care. The Framework for School Aged Care supports educators in implementing the National Quality Standard. This resource draws important links between the Framework for School Aged Care and the National Quality Standard, and it focuses on the big messages in the framework, the important themes that support educators in doing their work with children. The resource has a focus on pedagogy and practice. In developing this resource, the authors have taken into account the different settings in which school aged care occurs. They have recognised settings like before school care, after school care and also vacation care programs. In using this resource, your aim should be to support improvement in your school aged care service, but also complement the other improvement strategies that you're enacting through your quality improvement plan.
I'll go.
Every school aged care service is unique and different. This resource tries to recognise that uniqueness. It's designed to be used flexibly by coordinators, team leaders and area managers to work with different teams of educators. The guide to the resource kit contains an overview of the 6 major parts of the resource: the PowerPoint presentation and slides, the training guide, the tool sheets, the information sheets, the USB flash drive, and also a list of other resources. It's designed to be used by coordinators and educators to learn how to use the kit effectively and provides tips and strategies on how best to use the resource. The training guide is a part of the resource kit that provides tips and support for coordinators, team leaders and area managers on how to deliver professional support and in-service training for teams of educators. The training guide provides guidance on how to structure a training session, how to meet the different learning needs and requirements of the people who form part of your team, how to put together the equipment that you need, and also how to evaluate the success of the training you've just delivered, and also to plan future training experiences for you and the people that you work with. The PowerPoint template guideline is a collection of PowerPoint slides which are designed to support coordinators and other people delivering in-service training on important topics from the Framework for School Aged Care. Each PowerPoint slide comes with an accompanying set of notes which provide you with background and talking points for each of the slides. The PowerPoint template guide contains a lot of slides. There are too many slides to use in a single presentation. Coordinators, area managers or team leaders or the person delivering training can use different sections or different slides to flexibly respond to topics of interest or things that are currently of concern to teams of educators. One important feature of the PowerPoint slides is that they can be edited and tailored to reflect your service and the people that you work with. You can add photographs of your service and your service's practice to the slides so that they become recognisable to educators and they can see the elements and the key messages of the framework reflected in practice at your own service. Another important feature of the PowerPoint slides is that you can edit them with aims and objectives that accurately reflect the content of the session that you would like to deliver for your team of educators. The information sheets are designed to be duplicated as handouts for educators and deal with some of the key ideas in the framework. They encourage critical reflection and are designed specifically for school-age care. For instance, Information Sheet 13, Digital Technologies in School-Age Care, provides educators with information and support to think about digital technologies and how children can use them in a way in your school-age care service that reflects the goals in the framework. Another example is Information Sheet 2, Routines and Transitions. There are a number of different routines and transitions that are unique to school-age care. This resource sheet encourages educators to look at routines and transitions as an important learning experience, and it helps them to plan and identify those learning experiences and make the most of these as learning opportunities for children. Tool sheets are also designed to be duplicated for handing out to educators. They can be used individually outside of training sessions or during training sessions. They cover a range of topics that are dealt with in the framework and encourage active discussion and engagement with the framework. For example, Tool Sheet 11 focuses on special events. Special events are often a feature of school-age care. In vacation care in particular, school-age care services will often go on excursion or may have visiting activities. In another example, Tool Sheet 3 on meals and snack times encourages educators to look at the way that we provide food and snacks in school-age care. Just as they are in our families, meals and snack times in school-age care are important social times for children. This resource sheet encourages you to identify different learning opportunities present in meal and snack times, but also ways in which we can make them relaxed, happy times where children can engage in eating food and socialising together. Finally, the kit also includes a USB flash drive. The USB flash drive contains electronic versions of all of the different components of the kit. In particular, it contains a version of all of the PowerPoint slides which you can edit and tailor to meet the learning needs and requirements of your school-age care team.
Is it a robot?
Yes.
Make a robot voice. Yeah, you can do the robot voice, Daniel. I am Daniel. That's really cool.
The kit is designed to be used in a range of different ways. You can use it with large groups, small groups, or individual educators. The resource kit can be used in staff meetings with groups of educators. It can be used for dedicated training sessions, but it can also be used individually with single staff members, or can be used for induction and orientation of new staff members. You can also use this resource kit to facilitate professional discussions between educators. For example, you and your team may have identified that you are seeking new ways of communicating and collaborating with the children who attend your service. You can provide you and your team members with a copy of Information Sheet 4 on relationships with children, which talks about the importance of having productive collaborative relationships with children. You can take the sheet away and read the content and reflect on how you currently build relationships with the children who attend your service. Then, when you and the educators are all together, you can each use a copy of Tool Sheet number 6, The Many Ways of Listening to Children, to discuss and reflect on the ways that you currently communicate and collaborate with the children in your service. But it will also invite you to work together in an active way to think about and plan other, more improved ways of communicating and collaborating with children. I hope that this video has provided you with valuable information on the new resource kit supporting children's play, leisure and learning in school aged care. We hope that you and your team will now take the opportunity to investigate the resource kit and have a look at all of its different components. We hope that the resource kit supporting children's play, leisure and learning in school aged care supports you and your team of educators in engaging with the framework for school aged care and in providing high quality play, leisure and learning environments for school aged children.